Hello.
Hi, sir. Yeah, we can hear you.
Actually, one second. Audio, I'm not able to hear it properly. The voice is very low. I'm checking my volume levels. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Is my voice is clear to everyone? Can I
Yeah, it is
start?
clear, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Just a quick recap. So we have covered what is a string class in Java, what is string buffer class, string builder classes. On a high level, string class is a immutable class, so we can't modify the object values, the string object, string class objects. In string buffer class is a mutable class, so we can modify the object, string buffer object. We can edit the value of the string buffer object. And string builder also same way. It's like a mutable class, so that we can modify the string builder object, the values. And the difference between string buffer and string builder is string buffer class is a thread safe. That means we can request multiple the parallel link, but string builder class is a single thread safe. So string buffer is a multi-thread safe. So concurrently we can request multiple. We can send multiple requests. It is a thread safe. So the request will be handled in multi-threaded programming way. The string builder class is a single-threaded programming. So that is the difference between string buffer class and string builder class. Both are mutable classes. Okay. So we have seen the examples of string buffer, string builder and all. So just I will show string buffer class high level. The string buffer class in Java, as we discussed, string buffer objects are mutable, meaning that you can change the content of the buffer without creating new object. Okay, so we can modify the existing objects because it's a mutable. String buffer class is a mutable. That objects, the string buffer class objects are mutable. We can able to modify without creating a new object. The initial capacity of string buffer can be specified when it is created. So ensure capacity, the method of the ensure capacity method, okay, is used to check the initial capacity of the string buffer. And we have common methods like append method, insert method, delete method, reverse method. Because we can modify the string, right? The string buffer is a mutable class. That means we can modify the content. How we can modify means we can reverse the string. Okay. So using these methods, so these are the common methods we can use for the string buffer class. Append method, that means we can combine, we can add the strings. Insert means we can insert substrings in the main string. Delete means we can delete the values. Reverse means we can reverse the characters in the buffer. So these are the common methods. So we'll look at the high level the string buffer class program. So in Java, the string buffer mutable class, when we are using it, we need to write the programming like the below. See, public class name, the same syntax. Within this class, we can write public static void main method so that JVM will execute the program from the main method. So inside the main method, we will create the object for the string buffer class. So class name, object name equal to new operator class name. So string buffer is a class. So we are creating yes object for the string buffer class. And then we are using the methods append method. So because the common methods of the string buffer class is append method, right? Append, insert, delete, reverse. So we are using append to add the string values. So in string buffer object dot append method, we are calling append method because the append method is available in the string buffer class. So we are adding the value, string value hello. So again, we are appending one null string. So empty string only, right? Within the double quotations, we are giving one null value. So the null string. And then we are appending a hello world. That means, sorry, world string. So we are appending three strings. Hello string value, null string value, one single space null string, and world string value. So when you are creating a string type of object, okay, then string buffer, okay, that means string buffer object is yes, that is using yes dot to string. So we are converting this total three values, that means string buffer object buffered values as string. To convert into a single string, we are using toString method. So to convert into a string value, we are using toString method in string buffer class. So actually, string type of object, we are taking a new variable str, okay, string with the string buffer value. So we are taking a string class type of object, str object, okay, and then we are using the string buffer object, using the method toString method, we are converting into string. That means hello, using toString. In string buffer object, we have hello string, null space, that means null string, and hello world string. So using toString method, we will combine hello space world. So that's why when we are displaying using system.out.println str object, in the str the value is hello space world. That's why the output, when we are executing this program, the output of the program is hello world. Okay. So using append method, we are adding three string values, and using toString method, we are converting into whole one string, a single string value. So hello world, hello space world becomes a string value using the toString method. So this is the that means we are modifying the strings here, right? That means string buffer class is a mutable, so we can able to modify the strings. So advantages of these are all like theoretical. I think everyone having the material, just go through the material and come back with the questions. What are the advantages? As we mentioned, mutable is one advantage. So the theoretical part, please go through the material. So here we have some constructors in string buffer class. So constructors, what are the constructors? String buffer with the class name. We are writing a method, means it is a default constructor. Okay, in a string buffer class, and also string buffer this is a class name only, right? So constructors means using the class name we are writing a method, that is a called constructor, and using class name we are passing one parameter, a size as a parameter, which is integer type. Okay, see it is the syntax of a string buffer constructor is string buffer is equal to new string buffer. That means we are creating a string buffer object. it reserves room for 16 characters without reallocation. That means the minimum it will store by default 16 characters when using the string buffer constructor. Okay, it accepts an integer argument that explicitly sets the size of buffer. So here this is a default constructor. It will accept only 16 characters. Okay, and when you are specifying externally some size parameter within the constructor string buffer, then it will explicitly sets the size of the buffer. That means the size of the string buffer is based on the size number passed as a parameter in this constructor. So that's why if you see here, string buffer class object equal to new string buffer class 20 integer, the number 20 we are passing. That means the string buffer size is 20 in this case. So the same way string buffer of string type of object. It accepts a string argument that sets the initial content of the string buffer object and reserves room for 16 more characters without reallocation. Okay, that means when we can pass the parameter string parameter also inside the string buffer constructor, then it will reserve the room for 16 more characters when you are passing a string parameter. The same way the string buffer class object name s equal to new string buffer of we are passing a string type of value. Gx for gx is a string value which is like a around it's below 16 characters only, right? So it will allow 16 characters in this case. So these are all like the constructors available in the string buffer class. So we default constructor without parameter, with parameter we can pass the integers and strings. So these are the string buffer constructor types. And also methods, as we mentioned, right? We have seen in the above example append method. Append method we use to add a text at the end of the existing text. Okay. Example, already in a string buffer, some hello value is there. When you are appending some world value, then we are adding at the end of the string. That means after hello, we are adding world value. So to add a append means to add a string in a string buffer, we are using append method. To find the length of the string buffer class, we are using length method. The same way capacity, the total allocated capacity can be found. So what is the capacity of the string buffer class? That means the object we can find using capacity. Char at, to return a particular character at a within the string buffer. The method returns a char value in this sequence at the specified index. That means example in the hello world, when you are displaying, when you are using char at method, okay, char at means particular character at the index, then it will return a value, the character value in the string. So delete method means it will delete the sequence of the characters from the string buffer object. So like that we have common methods, delete method, delete character method, it will delete particular character based on the index, ensure capacity, insert method. So insert text at the specified index. When you are inserting any substring in a string buffer, we can use insert method. Length method is to return the length of the string. Reverse method, we can reverse the characters. Example, hello world, when we are reversing, it will reverse hello world in a reverse character way. Replace means we can replace the set of characters. In the hello world, when you're replacing instead of world, hello India. So we are replacing world with India string value. So replace method means we are replacing the substrings in the main string, the string value. It means characters. Replace the characters in a main string. So for that, replace method will be used. So use all these methods in a program. Write a program like this. Class, create a class and import a java.io package and create a class inside the main method in the same class. We will create a string buffer object and using append method add some string value and use all these methods. Okay, all these methods to find how these methods are working. String buffer class. See here, in this example, after importing Java.io package, where we have created a class within the public static void main method, we have created string buffer object, and after creating string buffer object, that object dot we are using insert method here. So it is a method of string buffer class, right? So using insert method, the one first index, we are passing a substring Java. See, we are passing Java, right, as a substring in the first index. So array concept only it will follow, right? First is zero index, next is first index. So we inserted a substring of Java in the first index. Then hello, already hello is a string. Substring in the first index means H is a zero index, one is E for energy, right? E is a first index. So in place of E, we are inserting Java. That means H Java LLO. So because we are system.out.println of ESB in string buffer object, after inserting substring at the first index, the string buffer object value is, instead of hello, it will display H Java LLO. So H Java ELLO. This E also will be there. It won't replace, because inserting means we are inserting a additional string. This ELLO is moved to after the Java substring. So H Java ELLO. So system.out.println method will be used to display the substring string buffer object value, which is H Java ELLO, because we have inserted at the first index Java substring. So this is the purpose of insert method. The same way we can use replace method. See here another example. After creating string buffer object, replace method. Replace method means what values we are replacing means the first index value and third index. First to third. So first index to third index 1, 2, 3. We are replacing Java substring, right? HELLO, hello, right? So first means E, L, L. It means E, L. So first, second. So first index means E, third index means L. So it will replace the EL with the Java. So H J A V A Java, the last the two letters will be displayed the same way, LO. Okay. So for the replace method will be used for replace the characters. Here they mentioned, right? Replace method. Replace one set of characters with another set inside a string buffer object. So we are replacing EL with the Java substring. The same way, use other methods, delete method. So just check, use the methods and perform on a string buffer object and see how it is working. Okay. If you see here reverse method, so hello value is reversed. That means OLLEH. So reverse method is reversing the hello string into reverse character way. The same way capacity method. So create classes and use all these methods to check the string buffer methods how they are working. And then next is string build inserting facts. We will go to string builder. These are all methods. The string builder class. So string buffer class, the same examples it will repeat. So string builder class, this is also a mutable classes. Okay, this is a mutable sequence of characters. We can modify the string builder value. Okay, normally Java in Java string class is a immutable class. That means we can't edit the string class values, but string buffer and string builder classes are mutable. We can modify the content of these classes, the string values. These are all theoretical only, covered it. So just go to the, because it's a thread, single threaded is a string builder, multi-threaded is string buffer. That is the difference. And we can use string builder, which is a single threaded concept. If there is no need of multi-threaded concept, go for the string builder. That's what they are saying. So here the main in Java, right? Java.lang.object package will be there. So here in Java.lang package, string builder class is available. The same way, string buffer and string classes. So public class, I think in the OOPS concept time, I have given the material there. You have, if you gone through the document, you might have across a final keyword. So what is the final keyword? The final keyword we will use for a class, variable and method. So here they are defining the final class. The class as a final class. That means for a variable, if we are giving final, right, the value we can't, the constant, we can't change the value. When you are giving a final keyword for a method, you can't override the method. Okay, we can't inherit the methods in the child classes. Okay, so just go to the final keyword purpose, the material. So here they are creating one final class, which is extending the object class. The parent class is object here. So string builder class is extending the object, which is implementing serializable and char sequence. Serializable is a interface name in Java. Char sequence also interface name. So what they are saying, the string builder classes extending the java.lang object, so object class, and implementing the serializable char sequence interfaces. Okay, in Java, when you use extends keyword, that means one class is, the child class is inheriting the parent class. Here child class string builder, parent class is object. In Java, when you use implements keyword, that means a class string builder which is implementing the interfaces. Here interfaces are serializable and char sequence. So in Java we have these two interfaces. So string builder class is inheriting the object class and implementing the serializable interface and char sequence interface. So here also we have three constructors. String builder default constructor, string builder we're passing capacity parameter, string builder we're passing char sequence parameter, and string builder passing this string object, string parameter. So these are the four constructors available in the string builder. How they are using this one? If you are creating a class, here they imported a java.util package and java.util.concurrent. So whatever classes we are using, whatever methods we are using from util package, java.io package, those all packages we need to import in a particular class. Here they are using some utility collections classes of methods. So they are using util package. They are importing the util package. The same way they are importing from the util package some concurrent linked blocking queue. This class they are importing. So in Java, these are all like available packages, right? So we can import the required packages on any program. So writing a class, after that main method, in the main method, I will explain after this class exception handling, right? So in that exception handling, high level I am saying for any method, not only main method, for any method when you are writing in a automation project or in the Java classes I am saying. In class, in a single Java class, when you're having some 5 methods, for each method we can handle the exception handling. So a method level we will handle exception handling using the throws keyword. So throws exception. That means this main method may throw some exceptions because the logic inside the main method is may throw some exceptions. That's why we are using throws keyword and exception for the main method here. I will explain the exception handling concept so that we can understand a better way. So here they have given exception. That's why I'm explaining. So in the main method, we are handling the exceptions using throws keyword and then exception. So here we are creating a string builder object, string builder class, object name str equal to new operator string builder class. So we have created str is a string builder object. After that, we have the same common methods, right? String builder object dot append method. We are appending a string gfg, and then we are displaying a string value. That means string builder object dot toString method. So if you see toString method, we are converting. That means we are converting the string builder value as a string value using toString method. That means gfg is displaying as a string value here. If you see the output, string equal to gfg. So because in string builder object, we already added some gfg value, string value. So using string builder object dot toString method, we are converting into gfg string. And then here, when you see here, we are passing the sequence of char sequence, right? That means when you are creating a string builder object, we are passing sequence of characters, okay? And then when you are displaying it, that object string builder object dot toString. That means we are converting the char sequence in a string, right? That's why when you are displaying it, it will return the string value A, B, 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 C, 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 C. So this char sequence. So we can enter the char sequence in a string builder object. While we are creating a string builder object, we can pass the sequence of characters, and we can convert the string into char sequence into string using toString method. That's why we are using string builder object dot toString method. So we are converting a char sequence into string. So that's why the output becomes A, 4 A's, 3 B's, 4 C's. The output is this one. The same way, string builder, you see here in this example. Create a string builder object. So using string builder of capacity constructor, these are the 4 constructors available in string builder. One is a string builder default constructor, how we are giving without passing any parameter, and string builder char sequence constructor, we are passing a parameter char sequence value. This is the char sequence value, and another constructor is string builder capacity constructor. We are passing the capacity of the size of a string builder, how many characters we can include in a string builder, the capacity. So using the capacity parameter, the constructor, string builder of capacity constructor, how it is working means we can create an object for a string builder object. We can pass the capacity parameter value 10. In this example, we are passing capacity value as 10. Then system.out.println, the capacity we are printing the string builder object dot capacity method. So when you are printing capacity method, the value will be written 10 because we are passing the capacity parameter value as 10. And then another method, string builder of constructor. The string builder passing string value as a parameter. So when you are creating an object for the string builder of class, then we are passing a string, the string builder dot toString method. In this example, str1 means in the same class, right? These are all constructors using in the same class. Class name is gfg1. The same class we are using. So in this last string builder of string constructor, we are using str1 because already str1 in this constructor we have the str1 value. So what is the str1 value? This one, right? The sequence of characters. So str1 dot toString value means the string value 4 A's, 3 B's, 4 C's. That's why in this example also, in this constructor, string builder, which is passing string parameter value as a constructor, that means as a parameter value in this string builder of string type of constructor. We are using the same string1 dot toString value as a string. So what is the string str1 dot toString value? This is the one. This is the output, right? So this value we are passing again as a string in the string builder constructor because we need to pass a string value, right? So we are using the existing string value here. That's why we are passing as a 4A, 3B, 4C as a string inside the string builder constructor. Then we are printing it, right? Again, that str3 dot toString method. Here the object is str3, which is having this value. Again, we are using toString method to display the value. Then it will display same 4A, 3B, 3. If you see this string 3 output, if you see here string 3, this one system.out.println, then string 3 equal to the value string 3 dot toString means in string 3 already sequence of characters available. We are converting into string again using string toString method. The output becomes 4A, 3B, 4C. So this is one simple example for string builder using the constructors, the 4 constructors available in the string builder. And then what are the common methods available in the string builder? The common methods available in the string builder is capacity method, caret method, and append code point method, the code point at code point before. Okay, see, they are given the definitions also. The string builder type of append code point. This method appends the string representation of the code point argument to this sequence. So it will add as a value, this value as a inside the string builder string value, the string value, right? In a sequence, it will add, it will append. It means it will join this code point string inside the sequence of string builder object. The capacity means that this method returns the current capacity of the string builder. I think each method just go through the definitions. We can understand after that. Simple methods only, delete method, code point before. So mostly we will use only few methods in the when you are creating any automation project, but go through all the methods to understand what is the purpose of the methods in string builder class. And then after these common methods, right? So they are giving the examples how we can use those methods. So create a class and import some required packages. Create a class inside the main method. So if this code is throwing some exceptions, throwing some exception means we can after the method we need to use throws keyword and exception so that this will handle the exceptions. I'm sorry. Here we are not handling it. We are just throwing the exceptions. We are expecting some exceptions. How we can handle is next concept I will explain. Exception handling mechanism, which is a try block catch block. Using try catch blocks, we can handle the exceptions. Here we are not handling exceptions. We just throwing the exceptions. This method, main method may throw some exceptions. That's why we are throws keyword used for exception, which is available, which may occur inside this logic. So in this example, we are taking the string builder type of that means creating an object for the string builder class, and we are passing some char sequence, right, as a parameter. So again, we are converting this string builder object dot toString method. We are converting this char sequence as a string. That means after str.toString, the string value is 4a, 3b, 4c. When you are using reverse method, string builder type of reverse method, that str is having this string, right? The value as the string. When you are reversing it, it becomes 4c, 4a. We are reversing the string value in the string builder class. See, why we are using reverse means we are modifying the string, right? Because string builder is a mutable class. String buffer also mutable class. That's why we are using reverse method. So we are modifying the string here. Why means reverse is also modifying, right? The original string is 4a, 3b, 4c. Reversing means we are modifying the string into 4c, 3b, 4a. That means we are reversing. So we are modifying the string builder value. The same way, appending a code point 44. That means append 44 to the string. That means 44 value we are appending for a string. And we are displaying the value. If you see here, first string output is AAA. This one. System.out.println, we are printing the string. The value char sequence value is this. We are converting into string. So the output becomes 4a, 3b, 4c. First system.out.println is printing 4a, 3b, 4c, the string value, the string builder value. The reverse string value is, as we mentioned, the same string we are reversing here. That means CCC, 4Cs, BBB, 3Bs, and 4As. So using reverse method, if you see here, this one, reverse method. So system.out.println using reverse string. Reverse string is object, right? This is string builder object. So the value we are reversing, the reverse string available in the reverse string object. So reverse string object that toString means we are displaying as a string value. So reverse string value is output. After that, the modify that's entering some 44, appending 44, right? So when you see here, what will happen? The same modified string builder, modified string builder. Normally by default, the string builder size is 16 characters. On top of it, we are adding some 16 plus 4, 20, 23, 27. So the capacity of the string builder is 27 because by default the constructor occupies 16 characters. So Additionally, we are adding some 8 plus 3, 11 characters. So 16 plus 11, 27. This is the capacity. So that's why using capacity method is printed. And this method 44, modified string builder. You see the definition, right? Append code. Where is this? Append code. Code point. This is the method name. It was my append code point. So append code point. What is the purpose of append code point? Append code point. See here, first one. This method appends the string representation of the code point argument to this sequence. Okay, so we are passing some integer value, so as a code point. Okay, so the string representation of the code point argument to this sequence. So after adding this 44 as an integer number, the print the modified string. So we are modifying CCC BBB A 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 4. So okay, this is one. After that capacity, append 44 to the string. Append code point at the fourth index. 1 second. So modify string builder CCC BBB AAA, and then string builder is CCC BBB AAA. This one I will explain. Here they are displaying the same value using this append code point. So this value of 44, the integer value, right? We are appending it. String builder is another class Java. Man string builder is a yes, modify that is okay. Some example. This output I will explain. Okay, how why it is displaying like this. 0 1 2 3 4. So it is printing the modified string builder value is this one, and then string builder value again this one. So we need to know what is this append point contact append code point. So using these methods, right? When you are passing any string value, use these methods of string builder class and see the output, whether we are getting the expected output. So that we can understand the purpose of each method. The same way they have given some examples to append, insert and all. These are all simple methods. Insert of 6 means at the 6 index we are adding a string value beautiful. So hello world, right? 60 means 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these are the 5 characters. 6 means empty space will be there. So after empty space we are adding beautiful. So hello beautiful world. These are all simple methods. Insert method will be used. 1 second. Yeah, sorry for that. So we are using insert method for the inserting a string value inside the buffer string builder. So this way, reverse means the same way. We can reverse the whole string. So use the common methods and see how it is working. So here, comparison between, just go to the material to understand the difference between string class, string builder class, string buffer class. Okay. So they are giving examples. As we discussed, string class is immutable. String builder, string buffer is the mutable classes. So thread safe, string is a thread safe, string buffer is a no thread safe, string builder is a no thread safe, string buffer is a thread safe, multi-threaded concept. So just go to this material to understand what are the differences. So concatenation method, we know like concatenating string method, right? So we will use concat. So concatenate string builder plus symbol is a concatenation. So S1 equal to S1 plus for gigs. So S1 parameter value, when you're passing some parameter value S1, we're combining the concatenation means we're combining with for gigs string value. That is a concatenation means plus symbol here. Append also same. We are adding the string, right? With the in this example, method concat2, we are passing string builder object S2, the parameter value. So on with the parameter value, with this parameter value, we are appending some for gigs. So it will combine value only. It will work similar to concatenation. They are saying here concatenation method used in string class using plus symbol. Concatenation method used using append method in the string builder class. Concatenates how concatenation functionality works in string buffer class means they are using the append method. So using append method in string builder and string buffer, the concatenation method works. In plus symbol, using plus symbol in string class, you can concatenating two strings, showing the differences. See here, concat. We have a concat of S1. So we're passing in S1 already, gigs1 is there. Okay. Just they are giving the examples to show us like how it is those methods are working. They are showing the differences between string class, string builder class, string buffer class when concatenation method used, how it is working. So go to it. These are all theoretical part. See, string concept, right? The string concept, mainly these three classes during the automation project, when you are using Java language, Java as a language, right? Then string is used to handle the these string values inside the your automation project. When you are combining two strings, when you are comparing two strings, when you are using any methods, common methods of the strings, right? You can take a decision which class you can use. Either string class. If it is a multi-threading concept, go for the string buffer. If you are no need to modify any strings, means go for string class. If it is single thread concept, you need to modify the strings means in a project, go for string builder. So that's why I go to the material, see the differences and practice it examples so that you can use the proper string class or string buffer class and string builder class in your automation project. So this is the string concept. I'm closing the string concept here. So go through the material and practice the examples and understand the concept and come back with the questions. And after this, right, exception handling concept. is there. And a high level exception handling is very small concept. So in tomorrow's session, first 15 minutes I will complete exception handling. It's very small concept. So what are the types of exceptions? See, exception handling in Java is we are writing a class. Inside a class, we are creating multiple methods. Simply, I'll show in a Google itself so that high level see here. What are the exceptions in handling? Java is one of the effective handling runtime exceptions. We have some compile time exceptions, runtime exceptions. So on a high level, we see this hierarchy, right? Object is a superclass. Okay, super in Java, java.lang object, right? So and then throwable is a throwable is a one of the sub the parent under the object. And then under the throwable, we have two types of exceptions. Like two types of exception. One is exceptions, and the one is errors. Okay. So in these exceptions, again we have some runtime exceptions and compile time exceptions. Checked exceptions is the compile time exceptions. Unchecked means runtime exceptions. So errors means some assertion errors, virtual machine errors, some error types. So exceptions is one type of errors. Errors is another type of errors in Java. So these all comes under throwable superclass. So which is a parent for all these is object. Java.lang.object we are saying object class. So here we can have some user-defined exceptions, built-in exceptions. User-defined exceptions means the customizer. So we can create some exceptions. When you're in your code, right, you can create your own exceptions also. That is user-defined exceptions. Built-in exceptions means in Java, what are the built-in exceptions? Like compile time exceptions are class not found exception, interrupted exception, IO exception, SQL exception. These are all unchecked exceptions. Sorry, checked exceptions, which are the here checked means compile time exceptions. Unchecked means runtime exceptions. When you're running program, you may get a null pointer exception, class cast exception, arithmetic exception, array index after bound exception. So example, when you're defining some array, there is no, we are not defining any value in this array. You can get, you're trying to access the array without any value. Then array index after bound exception will come. When you're trying to access a null pointer, a Java string with a null value, then so there are different ways how when it will throw the runtime exceptions. So when you're trying to access some variable which is not assigned any value, which is assigned to only null, then null point exception will throw. Array, so these are the different types of exceptions. Arithmetic exceptions, well, calculations, right? If any exception throws, it will throw arithmetic exceptions. While casting Java is converting into one data type to other data type using casting. Then if any issues, it will throw class cast exception like that. So here the three types like user-defined. We can create our own user-defined exceptions and built-in exceptions. Under the built-in exceptions, in Java exceptions, we have built-in exceptions like checked exception is compile time exception, unchecked means runtime exceptions. Simply see here, there are theoretical, can go through it and can understand. I will share the material anyway tomorrow. If you see here, the program, simple, we are importing java.io package, correct? And then we are writing class, public static void main method. So we are writing, giving two integer values. A is, the integer A value is 5, integer B value is 0. So when the exception handling mechanism means we are handling the exceptions thrown in the methods. Example, in this static method, sorry, in this main method, it may throw some exceptions. How we can handle? We can handle using try catch blocks. So try block, we need to write try open parenthesis. We are trying. It means in this main method, we are trying to catch some exceptions. Using catch, we are catching the exception. So using try catch blocks, we will handle the exception in Java. So in this main method, try block, within the try block, we are giving system.out.println of A by B. So A value is 5, B value is 0. So A by 5 by 0 means it's a 0 only, right? So they are expecting some exception. Then we are catching the, what kind of exception it will throw in when you're handling the numbers means arithmetic exceptions. So we are catching some arithmetic exception, which is an object we are creating, exception object. So arithmetic exception type of object is E. So in Java, everything is object, right? So object, that exception or arithmetic exception object dot in exceptions object, we have one method, print stack trace. So it will print the particular thrown exception. So E dot print stack trace, the catch exception will display what kind of exception it is. If you see here, java.lang, if you see system.out.println A by B, right? So java.lang arithmetic exception. So it is throwing this exception. Why means this is arithmetic, right? So when you are dividing by 0, when you are dividing any integer with a 0, so in java.lang, the arithmetic exception class, so it will handle this exception. So at the line number 10, if you see the code, these are the lines of code, right? First line, second line, third line. At the line number 10, we got this exception because we divided with the 0 number. So that's why at line number 10, we got the arithmetic exception. So why the high level see here, for every method we are creating a try, we are giving try catch blocks. So in Java, how we can handle the exception handling means using try catch blocks. Okay. So for any, not only main method, for any methods, if you are creating some 10 methods in a class, for every method, you can give the keyword throws exception, and inside the method body like this, inside main method means the method body, inside the method body, we can give try catch blocks to handle the exceptions. So if you see here, I want to show normal methods. If you see here, one common, see in this class, example, class name, and in this we have one static int divided by 0. One method is there. And then we have another method. See, this is not having try catch block. If you see here, this divide by 0 method, okay, it will give some exception, but we are not handling any exception because in this method we are not giving try catch blocks. We can't handle the exception here. But if you see here, another method, compute division. Here we are using try catch block. So we are handling exception. So when you are giving result equal to divided by the divided by 0 means a by b. So when you are dividing with any 0 value, so it may throw some exceptions, expecting some exception. So it is catching, it is handling using try block, and it is catching a catch block. So catch block to handle number format exception. So now within the class catch number format exception, we are expecting number format exception, which is object is ex we have given. So it is returning the value ex. Why means the compute division method data type is integer. It is not a void. If it is a void, it won't return any value. But for any method in Java, when giving any integer, any data type other than void, here we have given integer. So this method, compute division method, should return some value. What value it is returning? The exception value. So that means exception means this result value. Result equal to divided by 0. So whatever value available storing in the res, this is a integer variable. So this variable value will return this method. Same integer value only return because the data type is integer. So result is an integer number. So whatever value available in the result, it will return this method. So all this is handling by the try catch. That's why exception handling in Java is in every method. When you are writing a Java program classes, when creating the automation project, when you are creating a test cases, in every class, when you are giving any method, please use try catch blocks, because when you are writing some logic inside your classes, right? So definitely it may throw some exceptions. So using try catch, right, it will throw what kind of exception it is throwing, and we can handle it. So based on that, we can modify the code. So to handle this exception handling in Java, we are using the try catch blocks. If you see public static void main, again we are using try block here. So using the try and catch blocks, we can handle the exceptions in Java programs. If you see here, how to use try catch class. One try block can have multiple catch blocks. Why means in a single method, right? It may throw multiple exceptions also. It may throw null point exception, arithmetic exception, index out of bound exception based on your logic lines of code. So that how to handle multiple exceptions in a method means using single try block, multiple catch blocks. So this is also one of the interview questions. Interviewer will ask you how you can handle multiple exceptions in the method using try block with multiple catches. So in a single catch, it will catch the one exception. So here example in this first catch, it is throwing null pointer means it will catch the null pointer. Second exception, it will catch the arithmetic exception. Like that, in a single method, we can catch multiple exceptions using multiple catch blocks. So we won't use multiple try blocks, single try block will use, and multiple catch blocks will be used. And also finally also one more block, try catch finally. So try block is for the trying exceptions based on the lines of code. It will try throws exceptions, and how it is handling means catch. In catch blocks, it is catching the exceptions. So finally means finally block is nothing but whenever the exception thrown or not, if there is an exception or not, the whatever logic you are writing, lines of code you are writing inside the finally block, it will execute. See, block of code to be executed after try block ends. Some see why means if you are not giving finally block, I'm sorry. The purpose of finally block is when you give try catch only in a Java class, when you are writing in a automation test cases, it will come out of the program when it throws some exception. But when you give along with try catch blocks a finally block, and you can define some logic inside the finally block. Why we are writing code inside finally block means, even though exceptions comes, don't come out of the program, execute this code lines of code inside the finally block. So even though exceptions occurs in the method, the code logic inside the finally block will execute by JVM. So in some cases, even though exceptions throws are not, you need to execute some lines of code. So in that case, you need to write the lines of code inside the finally block. Example, when you are opening a browser, so where some exception throws, it should close the browser. It should close some database connections. The closing operations, right? When you are not mentioning inside the finally block, it will automatically come out of the test case, the program. So by default, whenever exceptions throws don't come out of the program, the control, the JVM need to execute the closing operations. Mostly the closing operations are closing the browsers and then closing the database connections. The whatever operations, right, we will specify in the finally block. Means whatever code we are mentioning finally block, it will execute even though exception throws are not. It won't simply close the program. It will execute the finally block code and then it will close the program. So this is the purpose of finally. So in exception handling in Java is handled by try, catch, finally blocks. Okay. Try means block of code to monitor for errors. Try block is for monitoring the errors, identify the errors, the code you think can raise exceptions. Whatever code you are writing, right, it may throw some exceptions. Using try block, we can find out. And catch means exception handler for the exception. So we are handling the exceptions using catch blocks. And a block of code we are writing to execute to be executed after try block ends. After try block ends, right? Whatever code we are we want to execute, we are writing inside the finally block. So this is very easy concept and very important concept also. I will send the material anyway. Just go to the exception handling examples. Okay. So I'm closing the session today. So we have covered all the concepts in Java, oops concepts, collections concept, string concept, and exception handling concept. Exception handling is very simple. Tomorrow I will share the material. I will show 2-3 examples. How we will use the try catch finally blocks to handle the exceptions in a Java methods. Okay. So that from tomorrow onwards, I will start the Selenium automation tool. The Selenium WebDriver is automation tool. So see, Java is very important because when you are using automation with the Selenium tool, we are using the Java concept only. So Java with Selenium. Okay. So we are writing the classes, we are creating the objects, we are using the polymorphism concept, we are using inheritance concept, we are using the array list hash map, we are using string buffer class, string builder class, we are using try catch finally. All these we are using in the automation test cases. So here the automation tool is Selenium. We are explaining from I am explaining from tomorrow. So Selenium is automation tool. The Selenium WebDriver is a tool name. So there the driver object, WebDriver object is communicating with the browser. Example, in the Google Chrome browser, I am opening one Amazon website. So how to open a Amazon application in a Chrome browser? In Selenium, we have some method, get method. So if you are giving the Amazon URL, HTTPS Amazon something, right? www.amazon. So if you are giving the URL inside the get method, it will open the Amazon application in a Chrome browser. So this Selenium WebDriver is that we will create a driver object to communicate with the browser to perform the user actions. Example, open a application, login user into application. We will give username, password, and click button. So the driver object will communicate with the each page element using some locators. I will tell in the Selenium topic tomorrow. So this Java is a very important concept because inside the Selenium, we will use these Java concepts only. If you are not understanding Java concepts, if you are not practicing Java examples, while writing the automation test cases using Selenium, you will miss the track. So you will get confusions. And to get the job, interviewer will ask you to write the Java code. He will ask you, please use array list, write some example. He will give some example and he will ask you to write a program. So if you are not practicing Java, right, it's very tough to get a job. So please understand the seriousness here. So while job preparation, right, while practicing, please practice the core Java examples in all these hoops concepts, collection concept, string concept, and exception handling concept. Tomorrow, first 15 minutes, I will show some 2-3 examples for the exception handling. Sorry, using try catch finally blocks. After that, I will start Selenium automation tool, the Selenium WebDriver. So next this week, from tomorrow, right, I will continue. I'll start the Selenium WebDriver automation tool. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice evening. I'm closing the session.